The Northwest Provincial Legislature's Portfolio Committee on Economic Development and Tourism, Agriculture and Rural Development is holding an oversight meeting with the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development and Agri-Delight Training and Consulting over the allegations of maladministration and corruption. Let's take you to those hearings now.
It did cause a bit of misunderstanding. Now, part of the report, the transition report, is that the 80% of the agribusiness designs were not correct. The department had already paid the PMU. They said to us, go and redo the services of engineering. We went and redid this. When we put a claim or invoice for whatever work we would have done, then there's no payment again. I think the dispute then grew from there to say, but we cannot keep on working at your request, and then you are not paying us. Why is it so? You would look at that report that I've provided. It's structured in financial years. I think second year of it also, we needed to do the x-rays on all silos in the province, because there was a pronouncement that the government would like to actually focus on the grain sector for it to become the agri-park of the province. And unfortunately, we could not also get these things from the department. We had to go out and do them. But then come the time to pay us, it's always an issue. Year 3, also 2016-17, we also had a very tough time with the Mahikeng Abattoir. I think it's somewhere immediately on the way to Vryburg. I think the dispute was over 4 million rand standing time. But not only that, there was also the issue of wrong designs. The designs were not correct. The VPH of the department, we approached them to say, but how could you allow a contractor to go on site when the VPH certificate is not issued? So only to find that, I think there's a bit of administration internally. So we had to redo the new designs, which the department also still owes us money for. Now, also, we had to bring in a lot of technical team, like engineers, literally hire them, because we could see that if we do not do that, one day this thing will catch us and we won't be able to explain. So we brought in a lot of engineers. We asked them to do the right work. The designs were done. The payment was not done back to us. I think that is the one story on the transition. Support to agricultural colleges, it was more of a normal support. The department gave us an order to do learnerships, about 15 learnerships, but I think only 11 guys qualified. Therefore, could not make it. And then we were only doing over-the-counter. Then also there were renovations like tennis court and classrooms. There had also been planting services and livestock supply within colleges. So those were the key services we did. Talking to Taunskal, with regard to Taunskal, okay, the department took over this project from IDT. There was a session agreement between the department and IDTs to say, I think there was a provincial directive to say the IDT services that are linked to the department must be moved, all of them. That session was signed. The department formally handed the project to us. The question would be why environment and now Agri-Delight? I think at that point the environment was already configured into the department, and that's how it landed into our desk. So we were mainly doing infrastructure development. That was the main plan. But when the session agreement came, already it had a principal agent. There was already a company that is a principal agent, but this company brings a team of other companies like contractors, so that we can only oversee the implementation of the project. Now, when we started this project, the Taunskal, the biggest problem in Taunskal was the designs. We could do the boreholes. If you go to Townscal in Tumeng, you'll see we did the boreholes. Near Mukasa, we also did the boreholes there. But when it comes to infrastructure, the toilets, we couldn't do the toilets because the designs are not correct. And I think the contractors can also stand before the committee and confirm this. We battled with the principal agent to say, but produce the designs, and those things were not coming forth. We said to the department, but can we take over the responsibility to do the designs, and because those designs are not correct. I think there was always a resistance on the side of the department to say we can't do the designs because we are not SARA registered. If you are doing environmental designs, there's a certain membership that you need to acquire. So then we fell out. We said, okay, let's allow them to do those designs. They never came forth with the designs, but I think we were encouraged to pay the guys, which they were paid for those wrong designs. We ended up disagreeing with the department because there wouldn't be performance on site. There was a road also, the road to Tumeng, from Buxton to Tumeng basically. That road also, we couldn't actually do it properly because now, firstly, the design of the road was incorrect. We had to appoint a team of, like a support service team to assist and get the road up, but still we could not complete because when we said to the department, now we have brought in capacity, now the road has progress, can you pay for the following? And then there's a big problem about those payments. So the department decided to terminate us on Townscal. This is one project. They said to us, we don't want you to continue doing this project. We said we are not going to dispute. We are withdrawing formally, hand over the files back to the department because we said to them, this is a mess that we cannot be participating in. For 2 years waiting for the designs and money is moving, so we said we are not going to be part of it. Chair, I think on this particular issue of Townscal, then the department later appointed a new company to do the work. The company also came with the same recommendation to say, we can't use the designs. The same way the Agri-Delight guys could not use these designs, we also can't use them. We need to redo new designs. And the department, I can tell you, they have now paid for new designs to be done. That's as far as I can touch on this one. Now, there were other questions, Chair. The other questions were that what is the relationship of Agri-Delight and Mahiken Cafe? There's no relationship at all. We don't relate with Mahiken Cafe. We know Mahiken Cafe is part of the infrastructure that was basically under, I think it was sort of a parastatal within the department. There were infrastructures like other butcheries, flats, and so on that fell under that unit. But we did not have any relationship. The relationship we had only was between Agri-Delight, the silos, Springbok Fund, and the department. That is the relationship I can confirm. The other question, Chair, speaks to whether the livestock supply benefited politicians or did not benefit any politician. Okay. To committee members, I think this question has got a lot of interest, and I'm sure also members of the media would want to hear more about it. Basically, on this one, there had been allegations that Agri-Delight used about 1.5 million rand of state funds to buy cattle for the former president, Jacob Zuma. There is that media circulation, it's still circulating. So part of me coming here, I have never spoken about the issue before. I doubt if the department has ever spoken about this, because I've never seen any media circulation as far as their response to the matter. The department always had a system operating with Agri-Delight. When we do the livestock supply, firstly, there would be a purchase order that we get from the department. Then that's how you would track if there's going to be funds flowing from the department to Agri-Delight. It's a requisition, there's a purchase order, then it's followed by a payment. Then there's a payment stub, a proof of payment to show that, okay, the department has paid Agri-Delight X amount. This is the order number, this is the purpose of the purchase order. We do not have any such kind of purchase order in our records. I'm talking on behalf of Agri-Delight. We have never received money from the department with an order to say supply cattle to the former president. I just want to, Chairperson, come out clear on this. This is an issue that is also under investigation. The information I'm sharing today, I have shared the same information to the law enforcement agencies, various of them, to say they are at liberty to go into our files, banking systems, go straight to the department and corroborate if there's any order or purchase order that has ever instructed Agri-Delight to utilize the government funds to purchase animals for the former president. I think that's one area.
All right, so we're going to leave that there. That's the Northwest Province's Provincial Legislature Portfolio Committee looking into allegations of maladministration that supposedly taken place there and corruption in the province. All right.